And gentlemen, it is your general and Austin Greene here. God bless you. Jesus Christ is King. We just got a big pump on, by the way. Make sure that you're working out, doing some kind of resistance training. You can use your body weight. You can even use light weights. Keep moving. It's the best advice I've ever gotten. Just do something every single day. And so we love you. It is Friday, May 30th. We were having some issues sharing this video to Twitter. So we need you to crush those algorithms. Make sure you're subscribed to us at AMTV Media, and also like and leave a comment. So, son, how are you liking La Jolla, Bill?
Loving it.
It's fun, isn't it? Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we've got epic waves behind us, and it's a really outdoor friendly lifestyle, which is why we love Hawaii so much. And by the way, we've got huge news. As a part of islandproject.com, today is the closing day at Waikiki, not Waikiki Beach Tower, we already own that, but the Trump Tower. So I sign at about 5 p.m. later tonight, digitally, remotely from La Jolla Boo, as we expand the portfolio. And all of our members, congratulations to you. We have 400 from around the world will now be a proud owner of the Trump Tower in Waikiki. So God bless you. Incredible. What were you doing earlier? Playing with some Legos?
Yeah.
What are you building?
Houses.
Houses? Mm-hmm. Okay, I saw you had like a race car or something.
Yeah.
You were...
Building like a town.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I love you. I'll let you get back to what you were doing, my man.
Okay.
All right, take care. All right, guys, so this really is the Trump pump. It's going to be a short video, but I think that we just saw the last shakeout in the crypto space on the heels of Donald Trump, of course, negotiating with China. So he had some choice words earlier today. Also, it's notable that Elon Musk is exiting the Trump administration, at least for the time being. So that's something to consider, that kind of that honeymoon period that was taking place prior is now over. And so now we're starting to see the solidification of all of these changes through Doggy, the attempts of cleaning up the government, cutting waste, cutting costs, and now Trump setting the tone for really what his agenda is going to be leading into 25 and 26 and beyond. So, of course, as you know, the big news this week is the Bitcoin conference. I believe was very bullish. And the reason was it was very quiet. If you notice, the Bitcoin conference has gone from once being rogue, made up of like just freedom fighters and eccentric people like myself in the blockchain space, to very corporate. But that also tells us something. We've mainstreamed, right? So BlackRock is there. The Trumps are there. His kids are there promoting Bitcoin. They all say it's going to $1 million plus a coin. So all the big money, the private equity, the hedge funds are moving in. And so all you're seeing right now, it's kind of funny. People are like, Christopher, Bitcoin, I can't believe it. It's down to 104K. It's like, bro, it was trading under $1,000 just several years ago. It was trading at 3,500 in 2020. That's a massive gain. So there's going to be volatility, especially before we get this big breakout. And we've seen some liquidations too. There's a guy that I just kind of learned about. His name's, I think, James Wynn. He was trading on one of his leveraged accounts like $3 million and had it all the way up to like 80 million before being liquidated, and then ended at negative 13 million on his trading derivatives. By the way, I don't recommend that at all. I recommend no leverage. That's why we have no bank debt at islandproject.com, because leverage is in my view, especially when it comes to like stocks or crypto, you're always going to get screwed. And I used to see this a lot, even when I was in the banking industry as a banker at Merrill Lynch. Like, stay away from that margin. No bank debt, real assets, owned outright, passive income, cash flows, capital gains. And by the way, I'm loving La Jolla so much. I think we're going to make an acquisition here. And this would be a really strategic spot, I think, for a lot of you tuning in, where it's easier to get to some of these parts of the Pacific than it is if you're coming from Texas, let's say, to Hawaii, right? So I got a lot of you from Texas. So California could be an option, but I want to hear what you think. I always buy where our members want to be. But honestly, this is crazy, dude. These beaches are incredible. The weather is amazing. It's calm. It's cool. I even like the seagulls, even though they poop everywhere. We don't have any seagulls in Hawaii. That's kind of interesting. The baby seals are so cute. So it's a good day, May 30th. It is the weekend too. So hopefully you guys are doing something fun. I do want to do a shout out to the following new investors. John L. from, let me find out where you're from, sir. I know my father just spoke with you here, and I'm not seeing actually where you're from, but I see a John L. coming in, making a massive move. Also wanted to do a shout out for Min L. Min L. Congratulations, sir, making a very big move, hitting one of our big tiers as a part of islandproject.com. And I also wanted to mention Linda. You know who you are, onboarding. It's such a pleasure to have you as part of what we're doing. So yeah, you know, really just kind of sharing, I guess, the success of what we've been doing. You know, we've been doing this for about 2.5 years now, since our launch in July 2022. We've come a long way. It is so cool to see our property portfolio come to fruition. It is so cool to see Bitcoin mainstream. Now this is becoming a part of the US government system. They're resetting the American people into stable coins, just like we predicted. So for those of you that don't know, USDC and other stable coins backed 1-to-1 by the US dollar will be a part of the new system rollout as they buy treasuries. So that's going to be kind of the big trend that you'll see this year, that all the stable coin legislation is going to require backing by basically the new fiat that Trump and others are creating. So yeah, short video, but I really believe that this weekend will be the Trump pump. So I think we just have a little bit of a shakeout like we've seen the last 24 hours, followed by a rip your face off rally. Again, guys, getting rich has never been easy. This is why most people are broke. Most people don't like risk, and most people don't like uncertainty. I was thinking about this morning, like when Christopher Columbus was sailing the high seas looking for the Americas, he was all in. He didn't dip his toe in the water. Okay, he wasn't doing a half-sea, seeing if he could find land. He was going all in. So the point is, you're not going to get ahead in your life. You're not going to get ahead with your investments. You're not going to get ahead in your relationships. You're not going to get ahead spiritually. You're not going to get ahead with your physical health unless you're putting in the work every single day and you're going all in into your conviction bets, what you really, really believe in passionately, and then putting your money where your mouth is. So other than that, congratulations to Papa John, doing an amazing job. Yeah, Trump Waikiki, man, I never thought. Pretty amazing to think about. Just 2.5 years later, we've got 6 properties owned completely outright. We will soon have 13 as a part of the 13 colonies, completely diversified, no bank debt, set to tokenize in the storm of up only, the biggest pump we've ever seen in cryptocurrency history. Bitcoin is literally soon to be trading at $200,000 to $300,000 per coin. It is kind of crazy to think about how far we've come. So yeah, just wanted to tell you I love all of you guys. I'm praying for all of you. I also heard from God yesterday, told me to message one of our really great members, spiritual warriors and investors, Maddie. You know who you are. And I text her, I'm like, hey, Maddie, God told me to say what's up, man. I love you, sister. God bless. She's like, oh my gosh, Chris, I'm actually fasting right now. All glory to God. I can't believe you reached out to me. So I just want you to know how much I do care about you, and I really want the best for you. I want all of your success this year. One of the ways to guarantee that is to reach out to my father. See our terms, of course. I'm not a financial advisor, but talk to Papa John while you still can. Book your summer vacation with us. I mean, that's the beauty of what we've done, is you can actually live your investment. That is really, really cool. You can touch, you can see, you can feel, you can enjoy becoming a part of our ecosystem, really our culture, our ethos of freedom and liberty, and living your best life in service to God and glory to the King. So, that's what we stand for. That's what we've built, and I'm really humbled to be, really signing tonight something that just seems so extraordinary. Like, I can't believe we're already on property number 6, and 7 and 8 are soon to be announced. So I love you guys. Please leave a comment in the comment box below. Let me know what you're seeing in the markets. And also, yeah, what do you think? Should we buy in La Jolla, Boo? Because we're sitting on some capital as we DCA here. And I'm thinking there could be some opportunity for sure. It's cool because there's a mainland vibe. And I do think there could be some deals popping up here in the next couple of months. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out for that. Hey, Florida Prepper, what's up? What's up, Uranium Cakes? What's up, Blueprint? Yeah, that video was cool yesterday. I love checking out all the sea life and the birds and everything. That's super dope. And yeah, so ask me anything. I'll go through some comments later. I think I'm going to go get a little bit more of a workout in today. I saw the most beautiful sunset, by the way, that I've ever seen last night. It was incredible. When the sun came down, you could see it. It looked like a keyhole. And it was just incredible. I was looking for a green flash, but it didn't give me a green flash. But it was still, I would say, top 10, the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. And it was so cool. Had all my kids around me, and I was just holding them really tight. And we were praying, and the sun just comes down right into the ocean. And I actually, as I was praying, I did have another revelation that I'll share with you. All of us are one. Everything is one. Everything is infinite. Everything is timeless. Everything has already happened. Everything is endless. Everything moves into perpetuity. And I think this is something a lot of people don't understand. I've been reading a lot of philosophy recently, and the Bible, of course, which I attempt to do every single day. And it tells us this in the Bible, that everything has already been said and done. That God knows all the hair on the top of our head, knows everything about us, everything about you. He knows when you were born. He knows when you will live. He knows when you will die. But I really don't believe that the human experience understands where this all goes. And so I encourage you, when you're meditating today, or you're praying, or you have a moment of silence, take a moment to pray to God and uncondition your mind and really, really listen. And get off your cell phones too. I was talking to my wife about this now that I'm on a rant, but I'm of the generation, I'm considered a Zennial. So I'm between X and Y, I believe. And so I'm like the only generation from a 5 to 7 year period that remembers analog life, that remembers riding around in my bike, knocking on my friend's mom's door, asking if he could come play. And that was before the internet, before computers, before, Nintendo and all this kind of stuff. To now, we have transitioned into a complete new artificial reality. And I really don't think it's brought a lot of people true happiness. I do think that the sweet spot was probably the baby boomer generation, and even my generation, which was the last of analog before we moved to the internet phase of things. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on that. So the reason I talk about that and what makes islandproject.com so special is we've actually built a real physical community that is in the tangible physical reality. So for example, what you see behind me is not fake. This is not AI. This is the real stuff. This is the real stuff that God created. The properties that we own with our members, that's real. It's tangible. It's physical. It's something you can use and enjoy. You can play card games with your kids, play Uno. You can put your toes on the sand. You can actually see a real sunset, not a virtual reality fake one. So what we've built at the Digital Noah's Ark is something real, physical, and tangible. And you don't get that with a stock. You don't get that with a crypto. You don't get it with traditional type investments. And to me, that is the difference. And it's one of the reasons why I've always personally enjoyed investing in real estate, because you can actually use it. And I think that that's a lot cooler than looking at digits on a screen. And also the beauty of what we've done along with all of you is something that is built an actual real life community of like minds, of real awesome people, of beautiful people. And that's one thing my father will share with you. And I'm probably going to have him shoot the video from Trump as soon as we close in the next 24 hours. I'll have him do a walkthrough. But I think the biggest thing that we've learned from building the project is just how amazing all of you are, how amazing our members are, how just incredible and God-fearing and hopeful and joyful and imperfect as we all are. But what a just amazing community. It's just such an honor. It's such an honor to be a part of this experience and to be on this ride, surfing this tidal wave into tokenized physical real world assets. So I'm stoked. And yeah, just really, this video doesn't have a big talking point. There's not much in the news. I just really wanted to tell you I love you. And I'm praying for you every single day and that you can do it. But you really have to believe in yourself, and you have to have unlimited ultimate faith first in God. And as long as you do that, you're putting in the work, no matter what it is, your health, your wellness, your body, your physicality, your mindset. Get rid of your negative speak in your head. So many of you are always thinking negatively. I can't do this, or I'm not in good enough shape, or there's this roadblock or an obstacle, or I didn't come from the right family, or I don't have enough money, or I'm too old, or I'm too fat, or I'm too young. Everybody always has an excuse. And again, the best advice that I think I could give you is just try. Every single day, wake up and do something, even if it's small, but make progress. Go for a walk. Do some freaking push-ups like I was doing earlier. Pursue your dreams. Read a new book. Make a phone call to a friend. Take a risk. Enjoy your life and do big things in service with ultimate faith that God is going to help you along the way. And as long as you do that, I promise you, you will make progress every day that's incremental, that will turn into something big. Because I've lived that, and I'm currently living that, and I still have a lot of work to do on myself, in business and life. I have a huge vision. I'm still a relatively young man, but I can share with you, because there was probably a period of 10 years. I've heard other people talk about this. They're kind of like the dark years, and it feels like nothing's happening. You're like working your ass off. I've produced tens of thousands of videos, and it felt like for a while like nothing was working, or it wasn't happening, or I'm not getting to where I want to be, or I'm not making enough money, or I'm not getting enough, of what I'm trying to strive for. But it eventually happens. So if you're in a dark place right now and you're putting in tons of work, which is what you need to be doing, keep the faith and understand that eventually you will hit a grand slam. You'll hit base hits. You'll get a single and a double and a triple. And then you will blow past even your own expectations. And I'm starting to see this in my own personal journey. And so hopefully I can share that with you to provide ammunition and hope for whatever it is your dreams and goals are in your own life. And just know that I back you 100%. I believe in you. I believe in all of you. I see the power that you have through God, through Jesus. And so just understand that you can do it. And so on this beautiful Friday, give someone you love a hug. Reach out to somebody that maybe needs a phone call. I encourage you to get outside, turn off your cell phones, do something physical, pray, open up your Bible tonight, get on your knees, watch a beautiful sunset, whatever it may be. Understand that, you have an incredible opportunity to live an amazing life, but you have to seize it. And that's what I want for you, and that's what God wants for you in service of Him. And He wants you to defeat the obstacles, and He wants you to defeat the negative mind speak and the negativity that can sometimes be in your head. And listen to what you're thinking. If your thoughts are negative, you need to change something. If your thoughts are telling you you're incapable or you can't, that's actually society that has programmed you that way. I'm telling you that you can. So, short video. I love you. I'll keep you updated. I'll have Papa John probably shoot an update video. And make sure to reach out to my father. Call him, text him, 808-442-2934. And by the way, When you onboard islandproject.com, you immediately become a member and you immediately own all of our existing properties fractionally here at the Digital Noah's Ark. So when you come in with your first 150K today and you hit the buy now button and you fill out your quick minute app and you fund ACH wire transfer, we do rollovers, retirement accounts, IRAs. We also accept crypto. Talk to my father about that. You become an immediate owner of everything we've already acquired. And that's what you own. You receive a copy of your docs with the amount of units that you own. And that is your, proof of record of your actual ownership of our project. For those of you who don't know, we're a private placement. That's how we filed in 2022. So I love you. I think I'm going to go surfing today. Should I do some surfing videos? Maybe. Maybe we'll just do some fun stuff this weekend. I love you all. God bless. Thank you so much. And have a beautiful day.